It's Patrick Woods here from News Corp. I've got a question for Matthew. How confident were you when you were lining up on the grid that you could make it all the way to the front?
Yeah, the thought had crossed my mind. But, yeah, when me and Chaz sort of started, stepping through the field, it, came to my mind that we were both pretty speedy, and I sort of knew that he was going to be on the same strategy as us with the amount of tyre he was using. So, yeah, just carved the way through and had really good speed in the two middle stints, which sort of set up our race.
Did it...
Nick Darvanese from News Corp. Matthew, can you talk us through your reaction to actually winning that one, mate? How did that feel to be standing on the car celebrating?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to hear the whole team, clapping and cheering, and everyone was pretty excited to get that one done. I think it's been a bit of a tough couple of months for us lately, and to finally sort of capitalise on, good speed in the race we had yesterday to kind of line that up with all of our stints today is we're all pretty proud of. So everyone's stoked, and I think they're going to, carry this momentum forward for the rest of the year.
Andrew Van Leeuwen from Speed Cafe. Question for Steve and for Matt. I guess, when was the kind of decision made to go with the three-stopper? Was it always the plan? Was it a decision made during the first stint? Or how did you sort of arrive on that plan for today?
Yeah, we planned it. We had a deep briefing this morning, and we planned it then to run both cars. We knew that we could adapt, but for us it was trying to get in first. That was important. We were trying to get in. Early on we knew that Mostert was going to be on the same strategy because, as Matty said, we could see him using the tyre. So we thought about lap 22, but we brought it forward to about, I think it was lap 18 or 19, just to try and get a bit of an undercut.
And to the two WAU guys there, I mean, Chaz, I kind of asked you this yesterday as well, but, tough Darwin, good result yesterday, doing it again today. Do you sort of feel like there's something genuine about the pace now and that you can continue fighting at the front and maybe avoid the Darwin weekends a little bit?
Well, first of all, it's an amazing feeling to be sitting up here today, so thanks for that big question. Darwin was a shocker for us. We did a lot of homework coming out of that weekend. Even in Darwin, we did so much stuff to try and turn that performance around. So I think the whole mentality for the whole team is be aggressive this year, and I feel like for us, with our package coming into this year from the Christmas break and the first few rounds, that we feel like this was our real first year of Gen 3 in the car, and we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, so we've got to do learning real quick. And I think we've showed throughout the year we've had good pace. We've been there. We've been able to get trophies. Perth was amazing to execute a fantastic car there, but then it really showed that our car's a fair bit different than some other people as well. So the main focus for us coming to this weekend was to try and refine all the little things that went wrong at Darwin. Obviously, we've had some confidence come back onto the soft tyre, which we thought played a massive role for us in Darwin. But saying that, we came in with a different mentality this weekend, that we still need to find more pace, and this track would probably highlight a little bit more than what needed with the super soft tyre as well. So the guys did an awesome job. Friday, honestly, we were behind the 8 ball. When the Saturday we jagged the qualifying result and was able to push a bit more performance out of the car, and we just kept chipping away. We had a bit more of a swing of things today on both cars, and Woody did a fantastic job, and the whole team executed real well. We had no doubt, a few things go wrong throughout the race for us, that we got kind of cornered into placement on track just from pit stops and stuff. These wheel nuts in these Gen 3 cars are still the worst wheel nuts that I've ever seen in any racing category around the world. So whoever homologated them, I don't know what you're doing, but they were terrible. They're just so fragile. Like, the poor guys on the wheels, like, they can't even have a real go. Like, so it's crazy. It's so 50-50, and it's I don't know what's going on. So yeah, it's kind of put us into fueling to a wheel nut jammed in that one. We kind of got a bit of placement, but we fought hard. Our car was probably better on a 3-stop. When the next question comes, were we always going to do 3-stop? No, we were either 2 or 3. It just depends how many cars we picked off at the start. So I think we executed the best we could. The guys in the middle here did a fantastic job. Still think these two guys next to us drove really well today, and they also were pretty solid in their cars as well. So still a little bit of homework for us to do. And then I don't need more questions because I've covered it all.
Thanks, mate. I won't ask you anymore. That's fine. Ryan, when you sort of made your trip you normally head down under this time of year. You came last year. It was in the middle of where the Parity stuff was really going nuts here in Townsville. Apart from Chaz's little drive-by on the Gen 3 cars, then do you sort of feel like it's been quite a journey from that point, from Townsville last year to now? We've got 3 forwards in the top 3. I mean, it's obviously the category has got something right to some extent that you guys can be a lot more competitive than you could have been 12 months ago.
Well, yeah, obviously Parity's become something which is a little bit quieter this season, and it should be, because there's a lot of work that's gone in the off-season from Supercars with the wind tunnel testing to try and fix the clear and obvious issues that we had last year. And there's AVL testing going on with the engines very soon as well, which will hopefully clear up if there is any discrepancies on the engine side. That'll get put to bed as well. But at the moment, every other round, a different side of the camp, be it Ford or Chev, are complaining that there's still parity issues. So when you've got both sides complaining equally at each other, you're probably doing something right.
And Cam, obviously, good weekend in terms of pace, but seeing Tommy be so quick as well, is that encouraging in terms of, again, similar question that I asked Chaz, that there's genuine pace in the team now?
Yeah, probably similar to Chaz's answer, to be honest. Perth were really fast. Darwin, we really struggled as a team. Just didn't really put it together in Darwin, but we searched pretty hard since Darwin and rolled out a car that's fairly different, and rolled out of the truck, and it was super fast. So we learned a fair bit through practice, and both cars were quick all weekend. We had a really good car that looked after its tyres. Probably didn't have the outright speed as these two fellas beside me, but it was an awesome weekend. We learned a hell of a lot this weekend, and looking forward to going to another track, and hopefully it's much the same.
And Simon, I mean, obviously huge off season for the team, big changes. Is this another step of sort of seeing that come to fruition? Like the streamlining of the teams with 2 cars, and that actually starting to equate some proper form and success.
Yeah, I think it is. I think as Cam said, we all came out of Darwin pretty disappointed, and for me, from the team's point of view, to see all the hard work that went on between Darwin and now here, and the results we've got here are a testament to all that hard work. So I think also, I've mentioned a few times, we haven't really operated for very long in this way with the 2 cars and the 3 DS2 cars. So we're learning a lot about ourselves as we go forward. We've had a few changes across the board, including myself. So I think for us, every race meet, we just get better and better, and I think we showed that this weekend.
Jacob Stamen, AAP. I guess start with Chaz. Having Will and Brock not have their best day today, how important is that? How much of a boost does that give you, I guess, when you look at the standings and see that gap being so much closer?
First of all, you've got to try and beat your competitors on track, and you've got to try and put the best package you can and drive the car the best you can. So for me, I haven't even seen the results of that race. I know Brownie had a tough one, so I don't actually even know where he finished, but you don't want people to have bad days. You want to beat people at their best, and for us, I still think we've still got homework to do. So that's really the only focus for us. There's still so much to play in this year. I feel like after Friday, we were going, wow, this could be a really tough weekend for us. So I'm just really proud of our team that we showed great resilience and just kept chipping away at it. And to see Woody have a great day today too, and him feel that turnaround today, more so than having a damaged car yesterday, is a real credit to the whole team. So it's not very often you roll out of the truck weak and you be able to turn it into a good result. So I don't probably take that with WAU that we've been able to do it a couple of times, and this was one of them. So we'll take a lot of confidence from this and make sure we go to SMP and roll out as strong as we can. But saying that, a completely different style of circuit again. So it really keeps all the teams guessing. I don't think one car perfectly works everywhere. And hopefully that track can probably play a bit more to our strengths than what this weekend did.
And Matt, you've had a promising season so far, but been a bit unlucky, crashing out from the top of the grid twice at Albert Park.
Is that when you took Waters out?
That's when you took me out.
Does getting the win now sort of settle the nerves, and how much confidence does it give you going forward?
Obviously I think we've, missed a few points this season just with some unfortunate results, but Also, like, we probably haven't performed as well as we wanted over the last 2 rounds. We've given up quite a few teams points and drivers points as well. So, you know, like these 2 boys said, it's tough. You know, you have a strong weekend, one weekend, and then you turn up, you know, thinking it's going to be much the same at the next track, and you just sort of roll out and you're struggling. So there's a lot to sort of deep dive about that stuff. But yeah, of course, today, you know, getting the win definitely gives us and the team more confidence heading into the rest of the year. But we've just got to really figure out what makes our car click and, you know, try and, you know, apply that to any different style of circuit that's on the calendar. So it's still going to be tough, you know. Obviously, we executed today very well, but there's still a few more rounds to go. So we need to keep pushing and try and work out, you know, what's the best window for our car to work in.
And Cam narrowly missing out on 2 wins, and you're very quick all weekend. And there's a few wins now in Townsville. What is it about the track that you seem to be enjoying so much?
I got no idea, to be honest. Like, I love coming up here. The weather's warm, so I'm probably in a good mood when I rock up. That might help. And I like street tracks, but other than that, I'm not really too sure. You know, the tick for cars always are pretty strong here, so probably just a little bit of everything.
Andrew Clark, Auto Action. Cam, it looked like you were driving to a number. Would you rather have been able to go hell for leather like the other 2?
I don't think if I was going hell for leather, I would have been able to match the other guys. But, you know, our car was very good second half of the stint, so we kind of had to stay, you know, sticking to our strengths. You know, at the end of the day, you're just racing to the tyre. The tyre is what dictates strategy. So if you had a tyre that lasts, you know, really long and you can push, everyone's probably going to be doing similar strategies. So it is what it is. I didn't mind it. I thought it was a pretty cool race. I would have liked to win, but it's all good. We had a crack, and someone else that was better won.
So with the talk next year of a tyre that you can race on all the way through, do you think that would be better, or will it be just the same or indifferent?
I haven't really had a lot to do with the new tyre talks, but I think at the end of the day, we're just going to tune for the tyre, and, you know, if we've got to all push, then you're going to have a different kind of racing. Not that the racing's going to be bad, it's just going to be slightly different, you know. So there'll probably be drivers making more mistakes instead of, you know, tyres dropping off. But I'm up for anything, whatever they throw at us, bring it on.
Quick one to the team bosses. All 3 of you were taking trophies home from your juniors this week, which is pretty cool. Ryan, you took home trophies in every single category you raced in today, so that's not bad either. So just a word from the 3 of you about how your junior programs went on today. We'll start with Ryan on that one.
Yeah, sure. Really, really successful day. So I think we got 3 trophies in 3 different categories. I think the lowest position we had out of any of the WAU cars was 6th. So that's really, really special. So really proud of the guys. We've put a lot of time and effort into those programs, and to see it paying dividends is really, really important for us. We want to have a ladder system in our race team to blood drivers, to blood engineers and mechanics as well. So having that stepping stone and being successful in each of those different categories is critically important for us.
Stephen, that was Oscar Target for you today. Did a nice job.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, for us, we want to bring people through the racing, different categories, and we're pretty close with Oscar. He's one of our junior drivers, and he did a great job. I think 2 wins and a second. He's leading the championship and progressing well, so it was really good for us.
And Simon, across all 3 categories for you as well, from Charlie Nash to James Lodge, and the 3 cars that you had belting around in DVS too.
Yeah, look, tough weekend, to be fair, in the DVS too. We had a bit of bad luck today, and a couple of the cars got damaged, and we had Brad Vaughan get damaged on Saturday. So it was a tough weekend from that point of view. But the good thing is the guys are getting, miles in their legs and whatnot, and at least they're enjoying being out there driving. And it's for us, it's setting up and trying to encourage them to just finish as many races as they can and get as many points as they can, and the wins will help. They'll look after themselves in time. The 86 series was great. James drove really well all weekend, and young Charlie's only just stepping out, so it's all very new to him, but he had a top 10, which he was very pleased with, and he improved time after every practice session. So I think, it's just looking for those next drivers, and like the boys said, it's about developing young drivers who can step up to the next level.
And a fan question to finish, unless there's any more from the room.
I got a question.
Please.
What happened with your burnout, bro?
No, I've got to use that gear for Sydney, so got to keep it in check.
I'm disappointed.
That's lame, dude.
I second it. I'm disappointed too.
I would have liked to have a crack. I was pretty disappointed after Adelaide how I
Not
performed.
disappointed as the fans were, but you're not doing
No,
a sick
I
burnout.
realise that, but got to keep the gear fresh.
Good thing you gave
Chaz,
us
you
one
always
cam
love
on
to do a
Saturday.
burnout.
I think I did a burnout and I came third.
To finish off, Matt, one from New Zealand here, from Carter, says, how did you feel after 500 Ks of racing without a safety car this week? Was it pretty physically demanding?
Yeah, I mean, with the 3-stopper today, I was obviously pushing a lot more than what we were doing yesterday. So there's a lot more flat out driving, which is quite physical actually around here. It's a pretty demanding track. So luckily it wasn't actually too hot this weekend. So there's overcast pretty much all 3 days, which helped. So it wasn't too hot, but I always love coming out to Townsville. It's one of my favourite tracks. So 500 Ks was pretty enjoyable.
Nice work, guys. Thank you for your time. Well done. Congratulations. Catch you in Sydney.